Hi, I'm Mark the Clive-Low, and welcome to With Love from LA. First up, do please subscribe to our channel, turn on the notifications, and you can keep in the loop for everything we have coming up. So, With Love from LA, we're here spotlighting our favorite independent LA creatives every month, sharing some artists who you might not know about yet, and bringing them directly to you through conversation and in concert. And With Love from LA is generously supported by the City of Glendale Arts and Culture Commission. Thank you very much for helping this happen. So today's In Conversation guest, he'll also be performing his in concert stream for us next Wednesday, is cellist, composer, and bandleader Artyom Manukyan. He's Armenian born and now calls Glendale home. He's a really outstanding musician, one of my favorites. And he's a first call string player. He's backed up the likes of Coldplay, Natasha Bedingfield, Kamasi Washington, and includes people like Richard Parlato and Miguel Atwood Ferguson amongst his collaborators. Super talented guy, and today we get to know a bit about his life, his process, and how LA is such a special part of his story. Hey, Artyom.
How you doing, man?
Good, man. How are you today?
Good, thank you. Thank you. All good.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for inviting me, man. Such an honor. And thank you, Glendale. I love
Thank you, Glendale. Shout out Glendale.
representing Glendale from first day.
Really?
Yeah, my first house is in Glendale, and I'm in Glendale till now, 10 years.
Wow. You're like an OG.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, so just let us know a bit about yourself, like where you grew up and you know how music became such a focus for you.
Well, I grew up in Armenia, Yerevan, Armenia, capital of Armenia. My pretty much music family, you know, my mom is a piano teacher and my dad is a big fan of music, and he actually gave me a first CD like, I don't know, 20 years ago, maybe 15 years ago. Yeah, one of your CDs. That's why I know about you like long time ago. Yeah, so
that's crazy.
If he see the show, he'll be very happy. Hi, Dad.
Hi, Dad.
So the kind of music was always, you know, at home. Always, my mom was playing, practicing. You know, my dad was listening to jazz music. So
wow.
Yeah, but I was listening to hip hop music. I don't know why I took that. I was playing classical music in the music school, but listening to hip hop. I don't know how it came, probably from the neighborhood and from the, 93, 4, 5, 6, you know, it's the hip hop era.
Sure, man. I mean, I get it. I had a similar thing in New Zealand in the like late 80s, early 90s, and that's New Zealand. So yeah, so was cello your first instrument?
Actually, my mom took me for 1 year to piano lesson, but then the cello teacher said that, you know, this guy's he can play cello. There's a million of piano players, so let's like kind of switch him to cello, you know. And I didn't like it in the beginning personally. I was like, Mom, I don't want to play, but she was like, no, cello is a great instrument. You should continue as a cellist. And here we go.
Hey, thank you, Mom. Right?
Yeah, thank you, Mom. Thank you, Mom.
It's interesting because, like, you know, I had a similar thing with piano growing up, but I imagine cello even more so. Like there's a stereotype in people's minds. They see a cello or a violin or a flute and they kind of presume a certain kind of music, right?
Yes, a certain kind of music. And later I figure out that certain kind of style too, how to be like stylistically, you know, clothing, how you approach yourself, anyway, that's another school kind of stereotypes. Yeah.
Wow. So for you, that kind of attraction. I mean, you're listening to hip hop as a teenager, but how old were you when you kind of started to blend the worlds? Like realize that your cello was a vehicle to enjoy whatever music you wanted to.
Yeah. You know what? It's kind of a chain from what happened when I was playing cello, like classical music, and then I was listening to hip hop. I was like, okay, there's no cello kind of part or like. I don't know, you see. So I start to play bass actually, play the bass line. So I play electric and acoustic basses too. So through that, I figure out about jazz music, you know, because if you play more or less bass, you want to sound like Jaco Pastorius or Marcus Miller, you know. So I start to study jazz. Then I understand that, okay, I know this instrument well, which is cello, and I kind of dig what's going on this side. So I start to blend it. That's why I start to play like a bass, what I do. I kind of reimagine cello exactly for the music that I really want to play, and
that's dope.
Yeah. Actually, it's not. It was really hard because studying in conservatory, there's not a lot of freedom, let's say, or not a lot of knowledge, more to say about how we can little more open up the stereotypes, the instruments, sometimes the music, and how people treat you, like, I was against all of that. So I was thinking to change some things,
So I know, like pre-COVID, you'd be in Armenia quite often playing, right?
Yep.
So how's the reception like, as far as being a cello player and playing contemporary music?
It's good, man. It's good. It takes some time to get there, but people now kind of dig it. And for example, in Armenia, there's two another cellists who like playing the same kind of style,
They saw you do it, right?
They're great cellists. They're much more better classical cellists than me, but I always look up for them. But they now, like, because of music, because of everything, development, and people need like that kind of thing. So yeah, they do, and I see them. I'm like, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, right. So yeah, actually, Armenian reception of music is great too. There's a lot of musicians, from Armenia, and we take music seriously, man. Back in the country, as a not only profession, probably as the lifestyle. Like it's your life basically, like that, Yeah. So that's
man. And then you came all the way here, like. So many musicians from all around the world come here, right, to LA. I'm one of them. You're one of them. We make it our homes and our creative kind of foundation. So what was it that got you to LA?
There's a lot of things. First of all, I was coming to LA before moving. I saw a couple of times LA, and I really love it. Right. And somewhere in my mind, I was like, that would be great. And then I moved here. It was hard, really, in the beginning, but then I just, like, through years, it kind of became part of LA. I can feel right now, Yeah, it's we all coming here for more creativity, to find more ways to express yourself, and really, LA helps me a lot. It actually changed me a lot.
Can you speak to that? Like in what kind of ways?
More, I will say more educational, because first, that's amazing how many musicians we see here, speak, collaborate, play, record. So I remember the first time, I'm a big fan of my good friend, French bass player, Adrien Ferraud.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so... and I came first night of the LA, I came to the Baked Potato, and he was playing there, and I was like, oh my God.
On your first night when you moved here?
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's it. Pack your bags and go home, man. That's it.
I'm in the right place.
Yeah, so, that helps me a lot. Just to communicate, play, speak, see people, like I used to listen to them on the CD players, and now like record with them. That also I kind of feel the freedom of your mind, here. I maybe after Soviet country, like Armenian country, a little bit more conservative and kind of close, Anyways, I love the growth and the food that LA gives me in this 10 years, It's very appreciated. It's amazing.
I can definitely relate. I mean, it feels like, LA feels like a place where anything's possible.
Yep.
And I guess in a way, everywhere is like that. Like, anything is possible anywhere. But there's something about here that, just the vibe and the energy of it, and the people and the intentionality. It kind of comes into this amazing combination here.
It is amazing. It is
right?
amazing. The vibe in LA is very, very specific, very great. I love it, man. I love
It's
it.
very specific. Do you get those friends, like, I get some people who don't live here. They might have been to Hollywood once, and they're like, "Oh man, I hate LA," and like, they don't have any concept of what it is, because it's so many different things, right?
Yeah. I have some friends that are like, oh, it's, especially if they're Armenians, they speak only about Glendale, because they don't experience more than a couple of streets. But hey, LA is great. You always can find a lot of places, a lot of cool stuff to do, to see, to visit, so to eat.
Absolutely, man. I mean, that's like it's funny, like, well, it's not funny, but at this point in this year, like, talking about that, it's like a different place, right?
Right. Yeah, I forgot. I told that, but we can't do that actually now.
I mean, it's such an unprecedented time in every way. The virus. It's been a very year. It's been a year full of a lot of social justice uprising, and I know in your homeland in Armenia, you've had war. I mean,
yeah, that's unbelievable, man. We're still really heartbroken. It's what's going on in the world. Gladly it stopped, but it just changed our lives, man.
I'm sure
it take a lot of people, and they will take a lot of years to rebuild it, if we can rebuild it, because we lose lands, man, and people don't speak. People don't speak. That's what's going on, every time we think, and it's I don't know how to say, man.
No, I get it, man. I mean, I think for so many people in so many ways, there's no words for this year, right? No one saw it coming.
I don't know. I hope next year will bring some peace, at least, and some agreement with people.
Yes. Yeah. So does it influence you in your creativity, like in your writing or performing, or how you kind of express as a musician, or not?
Man, to be honest, it was like there are periods in this year, because it was a period when I took like 2-3 months, just me and my girlfriend, like doing absolutely nothing. It's just eating and relaxing, no touring, no playing, no rushing. Then I kind of felt that that's take to some wrong place, become lazy and, like, I don't know, some weird places. So I decided to practice, which was summer, which we practiced a little bit, wrote some stuff new. But then war started, and it absolutely, like, paralyzed me here. Especially my brother was on front line, so just hoping every day that the war will stop. So
that's
now we stopped it. I hope everything will be great in Armenia, and continue to playing now. And thank you, and to Love from LA, that we have opportunity to play next Wednesday.
I mean, playing means so much, right? I mean, it's like, I think even as a musician, I took it for granted. Like, it's like, well, there's going to be a gig, we're going to play soon, like, and, inconceivable. And that's like, oh, look, you got a nice shout out here. You got the King of Cello. How's it all?
No.
Hey, you're one of them. Come on,
man.
I love that with the internet, like this global community, right? It's like really, it's something which we couldn't have without technology, and I think about how the arts and music, all of that centers around community. Whether it's playing for an audience or getting together and jamming, or whatever it might be, and that's kind of been totally just shattered this year, right? Social distancing, venues haven't opened for 8-9 months.
Yeah, man.
So it is horrible, and it's, like you said, hopefully next year brings more light. But I'm curious, it's like, what's the ideal kind of sense of community for you?
For the next year, like how to?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
what's the dream next year?
Man, I don't know. First, I think the life can start whatever going on now. I'm pretty sure it will start in the end of spring, some kind of renaissance rebirth. I'm pretty sure after probably vaccines and something. I don't know. But the COVID, the second coming, as I say, the autumn. I mean, they were telling that it can be much more harder, and and it is, man, crazy thing in Armenia and a couple of countries around, like crazy spikes. So it's
Really,
it is true, and I hope it will be gone by next spring, and people actually can. I don't know. They need to rebuild. We need to find some programs that help, like rebuild people's economies. The bars, man, the clubs are closing. Like whole business is closing. The whole strain of business. I don't know. It will be hard, but hey, world see much more worse days, I guess. We always keep rebuilding, rebirthing.
Yeah, I think it's interesting with the, for both of us, there's a lot of venues we play that, they're like independent venues who are doing it for the love, and they're really providing a space for music to be experimental and for community to discover new things, right? Which is, it's quite different to what I call a commercial venue, like might be running pop or like commercial DJ nights or whatever it might be. And I think what people forget is that those spaces that really provide the stage for us, they, even before the pandemic, they were breaking even. They weren't making money. They were doing it because they love it, and then maybe Friday and Saturday it's a full house, and you're good for the week, kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's kind of scary to me in a way, thinking about, if they say we can play again, that's cool, but I hope we have the places to play.
Exactly. But it's also, there will be new places too. I always
yes.
It's always like that, people still need live music. They all will need live music. We always need music, and in some places, I know there will be a lot of favorite places that will be closing, but I'm just living with the hope that new places, new stuff, new ideas will come out, and especially in LA, man. So many musicians, so many people who wanna have music, so many music lovers. I'm pretty sure we'll have a lot of new spaces, man, next year.
That's exciting.
That's how I live, man.
I mean, it's like the Buddhist idea of impermanence, right? Like we can't have any attachment to anything because nothing stays the same.
Exactly.
And this year's been a real lesson in that. Like, wow.
Yeah, wow, exactly.
So speaking of the live vibe, can you share, a bit about what you're going to do for us next week with the in concert stream?
Okay, so we'll be playing with my trio, which is Vartanov Sepan on piano and my good friend Jin Koi, amazing Jin Koi on drums.
Oh yeah. Two amazing musicians.
Yeah, I play with Vartan a lot, pretty much since first day in LA. So he's like my musical partner in crime, So we do everything together. We play a lot, and same with Jinko. Actually, every time playing with Jin, it's honor, and it's a big festive day.
Oh yeah.
Right. I remember we played together, man. That was great. Remember that theater?
Jin,
yeah, me and Jin. Yeah,
just the three of us. Yeah.
That was a good experience too. We should do that too.
We got to do that again.
Exactly.
But yeah, so Vardan and Jin, so
yes, sir.
Cello, piano, and
cello, piano, but cello with a lot of effects,
Yep. And you play a lot of bass, right?
Yeah, most of the time bass, like which I feel comfortable to do on my instruments right now. So So it will be most of my music, I think. Yeah, maybe
You
some.
you never know what's going to happen, right?
Yeah. We'll probably play something from Vartan, because Vartan do great arrangements of Armenian folk tunes.
Oh wow!
Yeah. I really love to ask him to play like that tune that day. So yeah, enjoy some.
Beautiful. And it's going to be streaming from Sam First.
Sam First, yes. So thank you,
Yeah.
Dave Robert.
Yeah, that's
Great things.
a really great little jazz club near LAX, near the airport in LA. And yeah, it's great that we can share something from the club, you know.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks to the club a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, when we're back to normal, people, if you're in LA, do check out Sam First.
Sam First, yep.
Absolutely. So that's going to be on Wednesday at
it will be 5 p.m. LA time. Some live music, some live jazz trio, cello jazz trio.
It's I mean, you guys play jazz like no one else. It's
no, we don't. Yeah, I don't think it's jazz. It's some cello improvised music. That's what I call.
some very dope music that people need to check out. I mean, I can definitely second what Artyom said about Vardan and Gene. Just two amazing musicians, two of my favorites, and I'm really excited to hear the three of you together. For real.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah, we are excited, and thank you actually for calling us to play. You know, every time we play, it's like wow, we play. You know. Thanks for giving us the.
Man, you're welcome. You're so welcome. And so after this all, what's coming up 2021? What's next for Artyom? What you got coming up?
We just finished the great album with Gretchen Parlato.
Oh yeah.
Her project Floor, which I'm playing cello in. So I think we'll do a lot of, I hope, playing or streamings or with that music, because that's something very cool and something that I'm very, very excited to be a part of. So I love Gretchen Parlato, big fan of her, and now
fantastic.
And now I'm being a part of her new project, so that's cool. Also, my boss Melody Gardot from Europe just recorded a new album, so I think I need to be doing some cello playing too on there this year. I hope. Everything is with I hope or I wish or I wish.
right. I wait and see.
So that's probably will be pretty much the big part of the year. Also, I'm trying to record some new music, but something very, very different. Will be a little secret, but yeah, just doing not jazzy, not celloistically, something little out. So
okay, come with it.
Yeah, so that's gonna be next year probably.
Man, it's good to chat with you and touch base on stuff.
Thank you, man. Thank you, same here.
So before we let you go, so if you could just sum up what LA is to you in like a sentence or a phrase, like what's your LA?
Man, interesting question. Good. LA is because of so many good things, so many mixed good things. It's like it's like a ball with different colors, but with a bright and good colors that you take in your hands, and you just like, maybe it's warm too because it has so many colors and so many energy.
Wow!
And just get that ball in your hands and enjoy and get like good vibration. That's what I love LA, man. And for me, LA is like a second home after Armenia, but make it on like a good level of home, not just a office home, for a couple of years.
A real home.
Yep, real home, man.
Oh man, that's dope. Well, man, thanks for joining us today. And
thank you, man.
Super looking forward to your in-concert session.
Yes, next Wednesday, 5 p.m. I'll be happy to see you all guys.
For sure. Nice one, man. And thank you all for watching too. I'm Mark the Clive Lowe, and we've been in conversation with Artyom Manukyan. So make sure you tune in 5 p.m. next Wednesday to hear him live from LA's Sam First Jazz Club. You can learn more about Artyom, including links to his music, at our website, withlovefrom.la. And before you go, please subscribe to this YouTube channel and remember to turn on the notifications. Have a great rest of your day wherever you are in the world, and we'll see you next Wednesday. And thank you very much again to the Glendale Arts and Culture Commission. Peace.